Hey there! Did you know Baker's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices? And when you download the Baker's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Baker's today. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
This episode is brought to you by Pepsi Wild Cherry. Pepsi Wild Cherry is bursting with delicious cherry flavor and a sweet, crisp taste that gives you more to go wild for. Getting wild may look different these days, but whether it's opting for a solo Friday binge watch or a big night out, everyone can indulge in their wild side with Pepsi Wild Cherry. Also available in Zero Sugar. So grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hi.
Hi there, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll start with, hello Sebastien, and welcome to World of Martial Arts Television. Thank you for coming on and talking about KNUCKLEDUST. Great, cool film, atmospheric, Sin City, Guy Ritchie, Tarantino, pop promo, tongue-in-cheek, neon-fueled, fight club gone wrong, highly watchable, and massively cool entertainment. You play a superb part, Tick Tock, which is very on trend, Tick Tock. How did your part come into being? Was it created with you in mind, or did they cast you? And how did you become involved?
But it's a friend of mine. It's contact. Yeah, just talk to me about the project, and they say probably would be an interesting character, because my friend knew James and Julian. And so he know what the project was about, which I didn't, but he thought I would be a good addition to the project. So via email we get in touch, and then we had a meeting. They explained to me about what they wanted to do and everything, and but the overall discussion, I already knew I wanted to work with James. Because Julian and James, the way we talk, there is a chemistry, basically. It's a chemistry. Before even you know about the character, anything, even about the script, I can feel like there is a level of understanding and a level of trust, which for me is very important for me. And I felt I can give for those people.
Well, did you have any role in creating the character and sort of the style of because you're the way that your costume's kind of very cool for one, but did you say, oh, I'd like a bit of this, a bit of that, or did they know this is what we want, or did you get involved in molding the character?
Oh yeah, I know. Basically, that's the beauty also. It's really, they allow me a lot of freedom to build my character. So they explained to me, okay, your character is Tick Tock. That's what I knew. I knew he was a sapper. So, give me a second. I'm just going to give you a few things I had, because it's there. So I had that. So I put it in for my preparation. I know there is a bit of reflection, but you can see basically. So that's why the kind of the overall idea of my character. So he's a sapper, he's African guys who like to be dressed and everything. So there is the whole culture around that. So that's what I knew. And I knew James wanted to have someone with the whole gun, like the whole Western gun. Yeah. And the rest of it, he say, you're free, you do whatever you want. So I choose the special style for the cut, like cutting my hair. Then also I choose to make my voice a little bit harder like this. So it's like all the actors I like or I admire, and the stuff, the bold choice they make, I say, you know what, why not doing it here? So with the, I think it's, Daniel Day-Lewis does this a lot. Mary Streep also, you know, they change the tone of their voice. So I say, you know, I'm gonna try to do that. Also, I train myself with, you know, with a pistol. So all this stuff, because I had a picture, you know, when you're creative process, you have a picture in your head. So for me, it's, oh yeah, it's good to have the gun, but if I can do the stuff like that and then put it there, say like I can add into it. So I was sending video to James along the way when I was training like crazy, watching stuff on YouTube, and I was training for this. So yeah, I had all this stuff. I had my hat. I sent him the pictures about the hat, and for the rest of it, we had a wardrobe, and I forgot the lady, but she was very nice, and she's and we exchanged basically. She said, "How about that? How about this?" And I talk about the fact I wanted to be able to move also, you know, like it's good to have to be well dressed, but if you're just stuck and you can't move, it was pretty difficult. So it's a collaboration for everyone. Give some feedback to James, also give his approval, and then we keep on moving, and that's it.
Did they have to adapt any of the costumes so that you could move more freely, or was it just straightforward trousers and a hat, or was it built to allow you to flex and move?
We definitely needed to adapt. So I came a few days before, way before the shooting, or a few weeks before the shooting, and but I explain also what I want, because when I move, usually I have some like jogging and stuff like that. Same process when I work on James Bond. It's like they gave me kind of a pants. Well, literally, it's almost like you're able to do a split. I can't do a split, but you know what I mean. It's when you jump, you don't want to rip off the clothing. You want to be able to move correctly. So same. Yeah. And the same with the shoes, you know, it's like I wanted to have a shoes where, you know, it can be very comfortable, like if you start to move with the shoes. So I wanted the shoes like I'm very comfortable in it, and then if I jump or if I do anything, it just doesn't hurt, because we got the fighting sequence and all this movement, like with, if you have not the appropriate clothing, is pretty tough.
And then when you're actually on the set, how did you get into the character and create the intensity of, because your character's full on bad, mean sort of, or mean, he's intense. How did you get into that? What did you sort of drag in inspiration just before they said, right, turn over? How did you get into the role?
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me because it's my nature. No, I'm joking.
Sure not.
That's part of the acting bit. You need to think, but when you prepare a bit before, you start to think about the background of your character. Why is he doing what he's doing? So you see, I was talking to James, but pretty simply putting forward, you just think about, because the audience, for me, the audience doesn't see what you think. You know what I mean? So I'm a good person, but if I think about I don't know, I've got 2 daughters, but if I think about someone who did who would do something bad to my daughters, ultimately it will trigger a different part of me, the social and everything. So all the things, like, we all have this in us, so we just have to be prepared, and it's like kind of a warm-up, you know, because if I'm joking with you now and I have to do my scene, I'm not really into this. But if I prepare myself and I get into the mood and this is it, we play, but like Bruce Lee said, we play, but we play seriously. So for me, it's always this idea of like, try to find the right motivation and the right direction. So that's what I did basically. And it seems to work. Get the intensity, but for me, I always say it's always linked with the trust. Like when you're on a set where everyone tries to do something good, we try to come up with something good, but you don't feel a pressure. You know, it's like when you were kids, when you play with brother or friends or sisters. It's like you're free to do whatever you want. You know, no one will judge you. So if you prepare yourself properly, I think you can always make mistake, but you've got editing also. but you give your best, and then after you just finger crossed, because it's a creative process. So you never know with the creative process.
Well, it works. You've done a good job, everyone. So excellent
you.
stuff. You mentioned Bruce Lee there. Was Bruce Lee an inspiration for you way back, or so? Can you talk about how did Bruce Lee inspire you? Given that we are a World of Martial Arts television, that's our sort of starting point. So Bruce Lee's a big part of our lives. How did he affect you?
Bruce Lee for me is on my wall here. I can't turn the camera, but it's on my wall. Bruce Lee is my you can see over. You see over there in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see. So definitely. Bruce Lee is my inspiration. He's my mentor, but not only for incredible martial artist, but for me, he went beyond that. You know, when someone transcends his own activities, for me, it's just amazing. And the beauty is this guy was able to articulate and convey his message is an inspiration, not just for martial artists, but for many, because he achieved what everyone tried to achieve, is try to achieve yourself. I'm an artist, so for me as an artist, you try to find your inner soul, like talk. And I think for me, Bruce Lee resonated a lot because he was very close to his inner soul, but also he was walk the walk. Yeah. And for me, it's always, when I do my thing, it's always like that. It's the discipline, the dedication, the deep philosophy, total package. Honestly, it's just like, wow. That's why he did what he did, because it's just like it just smashed everything. At the time he did what he did, being an Asian guy in this period of time, it's just like. People, like, when you think of it, there is a few people like this, like Muhammad Ali, for example, who just like, wow, you did this at this time? Yeah, wow. And
it's very cool, and he's still inspiring you, me, and people now. He's 60, 70 years later, he's still 80 years he is now.
He's immortal. When you touch the truth, you become immortal.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Yeah.
So coming back to KNUCKLEDUST, the fight you had with Mo Dunford, it's intense. Hey, sweet. That's a cool T-shirt. Very nice.
Yeah. You can see it. This one here.
Very nice.
Woo!
They should sell those.
Yeah, but it's the fight. The stunt team who did this, super cool. Yeah, they should do it. They definitely should do it.
Cool. So the fight you had with Mo Dunford, it's intense, short-lived. It felt like it could have been extended and made a bit longer.
Yeah.
And a bit more parkour-y.
But
did you film a longer version and did it get trimmed in the edit, or was that how it was? No.
They cut a little bit. You always have editing, but everything I did was in it. You know, I'm very happy with that. The thing is. When you've got, like, it's always tough with when you first. I think James is the first project. I think I'm almost sure it's his first project, and it's very tough because you have a limited budget. So what is beautiful is all these artists really commit. You know, I don't know for the others, but as far as I'm concerned, I didn't come for the money. I really come for the artistic. I get paid. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like oh yeah how much I get. It's literally, oh no, you have me, guys. Yeah. I'm gonna do everything for you. So we had 2 days rehearsal. So you work 2 days rehearsal for some movies like months and months working. We did 2 days rehearsal to do the training, and then after you go on set and you have to do it. Of course, it could be extended, and who knows, maybe in the future. But as I said, we do our best. We give our best, and that's it. Everyone will always think, oh my God, it's this guy from the movie from James Bond, and now my God is gonna do something. But it's, as I say, for me, it's just like I did my best. It's very good because also it's very creative. In a previous movie I barely had lines. Now I have lines, you see. So it's an improvement for me, and a lot of challenging part, and I did it. I'm pretty happy with that.
It looks cool. So you've done a good job. Everyone's done it. It's very cool. Did you? Oh, yeah, the film credits Darren Ellie as your stunt double. How did that work? And was it what bits did he double you for? Was that just in the prep and stuff?
No. He did. You know, like when they did the backflip kick. You know
yeah.
When I kick more, my character kick more in the face. Yeah. It's not me jumping doing the backflip. Is the stunt guy. So.
It's fair enough. Bruce Lee had a stunt double in Enter the Dragon, so you can too.
I know. And also now I can do a lot of stuff. I can still do it. But also you learn, as you can imagine, you know, when you're an actor, you have to preserve yourself for a few things. And now I'm completely happy with that. You know, I learned it from when I was in James Bond. It's the same. I was a bit upset because there is some stuff I wanted to do because in my head, it's Jackie Chan, that's all it, you know, it's like Jackie Chan, all his stunt. I need to do all my stunt. But I was like, how do you say, like a newbie? How do you say someone who's just
newbie, yeah.
Yeah, I was just arrived. So for me, I was like, but I wasn't cocky, you know, I didn't push. But I was like, And then Daniel Craig saw me and said, like, why are you upset? I said, yeah, but man, I can't do this. I can't do. It was, you know, the jump from the crane and stuff like that. And I wanted to do it. But you say, yeah, you look at me, Daniel Craig looked at me and say, you'll do enough, trust me. And he was right, because all the jump I had to do like 20, 30 times. I was like, okay. Sometimes it's good to listen to the wiser people who's got more experience. But go back to the movie. Yes, the stunt with the kick was done by Darren. And then I'm pretty happy with that now. My ego is okay with that.
You have to let your ego go.
Yeah.
Because it all looks good and it builds to a bigger picture. So I guess that's how it works. Did you have any input into the other fight scenes? For example, a particular one that stands out is the bondage BDSM scene. All the people like the Korean film Old Boy.
Yeah,
that's just mad.
Oh yeah, super cool. I knew because they explained to me what they're gonna do, so I knew all this. They showed me a little bit of stuff. But choreography wise, it's Peter Pedrero, the stunt team, work with it. I have no idea what they've done. Also, what is very important for me, because I'm an actor. I like being an artist, but what I like when I'm in the project, I want you to let me know what is my character, everything I need to know to really build my character. Yeah. But because I like to watch movie as well as everyone, I don't want to know too much. I want to sit down and be a bit amazed, because when you know all the magical tricks, you're just like, yeah, you know. Yeah. So I didn't know much. I knew about the corridor. I said, okay, that's enough. Don't tell me more. The less you can tell me, the better it is, because I want to enjoy.
Just come to it fresh.
Yeah, you come fresh, and because I'm a geek. I'm still a kid. I like. You see me on set, I'm still like looking detail and stuff like a child, because I like that.
Finding out new stuff. Lynn, sort of going on to sort of more the beginnings of parkour and free running and that. When did you realise you'd created a new sport, an art form?
Wow. When did we realise? It was probably in. It was 1998, when we were first aired on TV, because we were doing our stuff for many years with my friend. Where I live, it's a small town, but when someone suggested like to do something and to show it on TV, and the impact he had on TV in Channel 2 in France, that's where we realized we had something special. Like, this is literally the starting point.
Cool. So it's been going a good long while. And then all the various iterations of it that we saw over here, the 2003, the jumping over, that was superb. Anyway, coming back to martial arts, you mentioned Jackie Chan. So were those Hong Kong movies, were they a big inspiration to you when you first got going, and Jackie Chan doing all his stuff?
I think even sometimes I think like we don't give enough tribute for, because me I'm a Bruce Lee person, you know, so it's Bruce Lee, but Jackie Chan, in my discipline, I always say that like we're known as the founder or pioneer. I like to call myself a pioneer because I helped to launch a fashion phenomenon, but you never. I always believe like you never do everything by yourself. You're always inspired by someone. It's a channeling and continuity, and Jackie Chan is definitely part of it. I've seen all the Jackie Chan movie when I was kids, so you cannot deny that he had an impact in what we've done. As I say, my friend can say whatever they want. As far as I'm concerned, I know deep in me all the Jackie Chan movie. I've seen them, the old school one, like all the Shaolin Temple, the monk, everything, all the stuff, like the Drunken Masters. I think it's Chinese Connection. I think it's this one. I think with when he played the cops. I know the name in French, but I don't know if I say the name correctly in English. But you know all the movie from Jackie Chan, and yeah, I've seen them all.
And he's still doing it.
Oh yeah,
he's still cool, still knocking them out. Good for Jackie Chan. So, do you have any background in more martial arts than watching films as well when you started?
Alors martial art wise, I started with Wing Chun, WT. Not Wing Chun, like WT. Then I did Jeet Kune Do, like a little bit of Jeet Kune Do, yeah.
In France or over here? No,
over here. I was I did a very short stuff because for me there was a time when I was planning to do a movie, and I wanted so badly to put my character to have a like Wing Chun skill, like Bruce Lee. Because I'm naturally speed, and I believe on screen, sometimes I watch people say they're not fast enough. I can be faster than that. Physically what you can do. And I think no one did that. No one did this. And I know there is stuff I wanted to do, Paksao and like all the stuff Bruce Lee was doing and talking about the timing. And there is a lot can be done within my discipline, because I say we don't see the martial art aspect of parkour, and I wanted to do this very bad, a lot. That's why I'm so into what we call war chase tag now. It's escape, chase and escape, because it's very raw and really, for me, it's very linked with kind of self-defense. But go back to the martial arts I did with Tommy Carter. Don't know if you know Tommy Carter, in Glasgow. Yes. So yeah, I hope I had time to go to see him again, because he showed me all this stuff. But I want him to be my
teacher.
My teacher for the whole preparation. And I always say I want more than a month to prepare. So even we didn't know if the project was happening or not, I was already started to go over there, because for me, I don't want when you look at it, say, that's not free. I want to say, you will see. You will almost believe like this guy supposed to do championship or doing MMA because it's really good. This is how crazy I am in my preparation. So, but he has to start early. You cannot just start from the scratch. So, and I saw the video of Tommy, and I see the speed and everything. So that's what I want. If I don't look like that, it's for me. It's just like nah. That's not what. See, that's the creative process. You got the pictures in your head, and
towards it.
Yeah, you see how you want to look, and you go toward that.
Superb.
But now I would love to do more MMA. Not for real, but in terms of preparation, if I do something, it's really kind of MMA. Still Bruce Lee type, more like on my feet, like for example, Conor McGregor is more like on his feet, and if you see someone like Khabib, he's still on his feet, but he's on the floor, Yes. So, but I would still want to get something like, I would love to be in a project when I can literally give tribute to martial arts, but also be an actor. Like for me, it's like Bruce Lee. It's an athlete actor. It's not an actor who's athlete. It's the opposite way. And the beauty with Bruce Lee, he had the artistic sense because of his cha-cha dancing and all this stuff. He had a very, very sensitive touch. Sometimes sportsman doesn't have. And Bruce Lee had that. He had the artistic, very strong artistic, very eloquent in thinking, but then sport-wise and athletic-wise, it was right there. It was right there.
It certainly was right there. And in London, you're spoilt for choice if you want to train MMA, or there are other JKD clubs, because I know Tommy's up in Glasgow, so that's quite a stretch, but it's definitely worth travelling for. So how did you become involved with Casino Royale? How did that sort of process begin? Can you talk us through what happened there?
I think it's been a while, but after Jump Britain documentary I made successfully in London, I've been contacted because I had my website, so people could find me, and the production, they just reach me and send me an email. bit of mysterious email, like we want you to come for a visit for a project. I didn't know which project it was because they always hide the name for everything. Yeah. And that's it. And I ended up being in Pinewood Studio and started to do some, I think it's kind of a training, the casting in the same time with Gary Powell, the stunt team and stuff like that. So I was playing around, but they were looking like if is this guy is the guy we need. And then the rest is history.
How did you find? Can you talk us through the working with Daniel Craig? Did you train with him or work with? How was that process? Working together and creating the scenes.
It was pretty straightforward. We were in Czech Republic. The first time I met Daniel, it was we were in studio. You know, it was minus 20 or something like that. So when you see the movies, Bahamas and stuff like that. Yeah, we went in Bahamas and pretended Madagascar. However, we started in Czech Republic with minus 20, and we were in a studio. So I did a lot of rehearsal for the fighting sequence with Daniel, not the chase sequence, you know, but more like the fighting because it requires a lot of time to get it. That's where we get in touch and daily routine. You have to come up and do the work. We did also the shooting, because you have weapons, so you need to learn to shoot the weapon. We did this over there. I've never done that before, so for me it's like woohoo! I just play with them. So yeah.
So was it quite a process of just learning to move and learning that how to work off each other?
Yeah, like for me it's like in every movie. It's like it's always movies. Sometimes we say, oh, well done what you've done. But for me, movie, it's a teamwork. That's why it's fantastic compared to when I practice my discipline when I'm by myself. The beauty with movies is it's like an orchestra. Everyone has to work. The director is the chief of orchestra, but everyone works together. And what I remember from James Bond or even like KNUCKLEDUST is like we work together. It's like you take care about the clothing, you take care about the gun, because it's not your gun. It's this guy. He taught you how to do stuff. He taught you the safety measure, you know, what you have to do, step 1, step 2, step 3. When the gun is hot, you do that, you do this. So it's not just like, oh, I do my thing. You know, you have to do your line. You have to listen for the guy with the sound. Be careful with the light, with the stuff. You have to stay in this kind of parameter. There is so much going on. Movie is precision. Movie is all about precision. And that's what I learned the most, because you can go to acting class, but there is stuff on set, learn on set. And that's, for me, that's what I know. It's all about precision. And working with Daniel, we get in touch together. So because we need to know it's like body language. We need to know, we need to get along together, but also we need to body language. And that's the way it works. Like Jackie Chan, for example, he can't work with any stunt guys. Any others, he has his own stunt team because they know his rhythm. They know exactly what he does. So all the kata, everything is like, you know, it's like a Swiss watch. You see, like reference to Tick Tock, my character. Tick Tock is all about watch. So yeah. So you see, it's millimeter, but it's a choreography, and you can understand when you think about choreography, everything is about to be well tuned. Yeah.
But how did you, when you saw yourself on the big screen, what did you think when you saw your character in the James Bond? What was your initial reaction? It was like,
that was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. It's a bit of we went to Leicester Square for the premiere.
Cool.
And then, it's big.
Yes, yeah.
It's funny because I don't know why. Maybe my practice does this, but I still have the child mindset.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm an adult, I can be responsible, but I still have that in my head. So everything for me is like, whoa, it's crazy. Oh, they got a car for me. It's coming to pick me in Leicester Square. And then you go out and see everyone screaming. It's like, oh my God, what's going on? You see? And for me, like all the actors were, I don't know, or maybe it seems to me they were all right in their shoes. And for me, I felt like, what am I doing here? And then after, of course, you're sitting and you're watching. You see the big screen, and when you got your sequence, you know, I remember I was like this, and I just turned my head just to see like how people like. It's crazy. You have to get down to earth because your ego can go all to the roof because it's massive, it's big, it's magnified. TV, cinema just magnified everything. When I met people say, "Oh, I thought you were taller." I say, "Yeah, thank you, movie." It's just because everything makes big. But I'm 1 meter 69. I don't know what he makes in feet, but yeah. So you see, I'm not tall, but for people say, "Oh my God, I met this guy." I thought he was taller. That's the magic of the movie.
Well, as long as it works. You've worked on other martial arts movies, notably I'm thinking The Tournament with Scott Adkins. What was that experience like, and did it change some of the things you want to do in film now, as in more sort of martial arty films, or do you just want to do different things?
I think for the movie I've done, like the lower budget than James Bond, which I think what I enjoy. James Bond is very particular because they really give me a lot of freedom. It's a blockbuster, and for me, it's like, what's going on? They trust me like crazy. I've never done any acting class. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But all the project, to me, it almost feel like it's a friend project. And the only frustration I would say is the budget is limited, and you can't prepare yourself as long as I would love to be, because when they call you is when they're ready. If they can't say okay, we signed the contract and now it's going to happen next year. Now you got 1 full year. It's not like that. So that's a bit of frustration. And for me, I don't know how the movie industry works, but I'm very creative. I got a lot of ideas. And for me, the first time when I did James Bond, it clicked in my head, like there is a lot of stuff never been done. And I thought naively, my God, I'm going to smash this world, because with the idea I've got, I'm going to smash this world. No, it didn't happen. So when I did the tournament, again, I had creative ideas because Scott came to me and said, "Okay, what should we do? What could you do? Because we've got the double-decker bus, but the character has to be in the double-decker bus." And for me, and then we have ideas like, "Oh, if he jump on the double-decker bus from a bridge, okay, how do I do that?" Even in parkour, I've never done stuff like that. For me, it's like, yeah. So you need a good stunt team, and that's where Peter Pedrero from KNUCKLEDUST.
Yeah.
Was in the stunt team with me on the tournament, and not on the tournament, but for another project with Scott Man, who never happened. Okay, I don't think Peter was with me in the tournament. I forgot. But anyway, that's my connection with the stunt team, because I realized without the stunt team, even the project you have is just like you need. It's, as I say, it's a teamwork. If you think Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, see, top, you knew Jackie Chan would, Jackie Chan is like poof. But best stunt team with the jewel of martial arts, and you have that. And I always understood that. I say, oh my God, that's why I say I want to work with Peter. If I want to work, I want a stunt coordinator I can work with, and we can talk and exchange. Oh my God, how about that? How about this? And someone who you can trust and watch your back, because it's a bit dangerous. You have to be careful. And I feel I had that with Peter. But go back with the tournament. Yeah, there is a lot of ideas. The slide, I had the idea of running while the double-decker is driving. I run, slide, catch the bar, and then get inside the double-deckers. All this stuff, all the fighting sequence. It was with JJ Perry, who is in America. Is a very good stunt fight choreographer. It's the same. This guy, I wish I keep working with him, because he understands me so well, and he knew my physical ability and my speed. So when I was doing the fighting sequence, he was developing martial art, Wing Chun martial art. If you see how I fight in the tournaments, all the stuff like this and stuff like that, is because I spoke with JJ Perry. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that, and that's all I need, because I don't need to be fully knowledgeable about the stuff. Is I know what I want as an artist, and all I need is a stunt coordinator who know my abilities and what I can do, and divide the choreography for me, which work after with all the others. And then the magic happened. Because I'm an athlete, I can pick up quick. Doesn't mean I know the move. If I say, okay, let's him fight, you will see he's a terrible fighter. But if you explain to me, I can understand. If you explain to me timing, I understand timing. If you explain to me how to protect and how you have to be to protect you, I will do that, you know. I will not stay like this. If you know you need to be like that because it's like that. You need to be like this and you need to dodge like this. And when you dodge, you need to look. I can understand all that. And I can do it on camera, and I can go on camera and say, nah, well, let's do it again. That I can do because I've got no ego with that. Absolutely no ego, because it's a creative process. And this, you give me all the team. And if you explain to me, I trust the fact you're an expert. I will not say, oh, you don't know. No. It doesn't work like that. If you're an expert, tell me exactly what to do. And I will look at you. When they say cut, we'll look at you. And if you're satisfied, I say, okay, we got it. And that's how I work with the tournament. That's how I work on the KNUCKLEDUST. And that's why if I have more projects, if I'm lucky to have more projects, I will work exactly the same if I can.
Superb. To Ninja Warrior 4, the game show, or the TV show, you were in that. What was that process like? Because that's sort of taking it into a different realm and TV and sort of stuff. So what was that like? And as a process?
Alors, as a process, it started by a process where for a long time I was not doing anything like TV wise. I just stepped back from all the movie, all these ideas, because I didn't understand how it worked. And I developed my academy. So I've got my own academy when I teach what I do, parkour free running for children. So I try to convey physical activity, playfulness for children, how they can self-develop. And when you're in your house and you're watching things, you always have a comment. You always say, oh yeah, if it was me, in your head, oh, if it was me, I would do like that. But some point, and it's linked with Bruce Lee for me, okay? It's like knowing is not enough and all the things. For me, it's like when you talk about the belt and everything, you always need to prove. You cannot just pretend I'm the master and just sit down and just doing like that. And that's triggered me, because in my head, so I'm watching and say, yeah, but would you be able to really do it? You know? So, and I say, oh my God, after all the stuff you've done, you're the guy from James Bond, you can embarrass yourself from the beginning, you know? And that's where I embark into this journey, because I always like to embrace challenges. And for me, I say, you know what? I mean, and all people next to me say, oh, Seb, you should do it. And I say, no, I didn't like it because they're laughing at I always have a good excuse. They're laughing about the contestant. I don't like. I had plenty of things I'm watching. Say no, it's not. They don't respect whatever. But at some point, I say, well, but later when you won't have the legs to do it, you'll be like, what an idiot, you know. So I just come back. I say, you know what, I'm gonna go. I went do the casting, and then I say, I'm in. And I say, really? Yes. I told my daughters. I said, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then and that's the process. So after I just. I prepared myself also for this one, because I knew I didn't take it lightly for several reasons, because of my name. So I say like that would be very embarrassing to fall from the beginning. I wanted to go to the end, and people will always have expectation. You know, it's funny because when you start from the beginning, anything, you start from the scratch, you know nothing, so you're scared because you know nothing. But when you reach, I won't say the top, but when you reach a certain level, now you become scared because people will expect from you, and if you drop down, so that was a very refreshing moment for me, especially when they keep saying, oh, it's the guy from James Bond, it's amazing what he's going to do, and then we said, I haven't started yet, stop saying that, just give me a chance for almost and that's where I did. So I did it for that reason, because I needed to prove to myself to dust a little bit off everything and just to see what I'm capable, and I enjoyed it a lot.
That's the key thing, enjoying it. Enjoying everything. Do you have any other movie projects coming up? So time is coming to end, I guess. So what do you have anything else in the pipeline? I know it's all been affected by Corona, so. But
I had now movie wise, I say I'm quiet. I never say I'm close to everything. I'm always working on my thing, And I was feeling like if anyone saw my potential and see they can do something with me, exactly like KNUCKLEDUST, they will contact me. Because my experience, I've got different experience. I didn't do the casting. I didn't have an agent and stuff like that. My experience came from the point like I show out there what I'm capable, and people contacted me. This happened at the beginning with James Bond, and James Bond, come on, it's right there. So for me, if they can contact me, anyone else can contact me, and if they believe in me, that's where I start to work. So for me, I just say, you know what? I did try to do like the normal path, like doing acting class. I just felt myself like lost in this like stuff. And you see, as soon as I stopped, I had the project with KNUCKLEDUST. For me, I say, yeah, I'm still open for more projects. I was working on a project with a friend of mine called Jake, and it's called ROYALE. And we really try, and I think we struggled for the budget to get the budget done for this movie. But the movie industry is tough. I've got a huge respect for all the directors, everyone who tried to put their project out there, because it's a lot of dedication. Jake Reed, by the way, Jake Reed, because people don't know who's Jake, but it's Jake Reed. And yeah, and it's they do a part-time job to the side and still work on their baby. For me, it's like a lot of dedication. But as I say, I still have my idea, but the clock is ticking. Now talking like TikTok, the clock is ticking. So for me, if anyone wants to do something with me, and the skill is now, not oh yeah, maybe we think about, because otherwise it's like this is it. You know, they barely miss Bruce Lee. Honestly, they barely miss him, because they did all this stuff, Marlowe and all this stuff with him, like just doing minor stuff, and he was like struggling with living. Yes. And then he did some commercial, like whatever, and then he's been discovered. He did the Green Hornet. Yeah. Then when a friend of his says, "How about you go to Asia, where you've got more representative, and you look what?" Yeah. So for me, sometimes I do feel kind of like, yeah, they can miss opportunity. Because it's not like when you're a model and you've got people chasing, say, oh, this person looks like this. Or in basketball, you know, they can pick up someone and say, ah, that's the guy. And where they take him. In the world of movie, I don't feel there is this like that. It's not accurate like that.
And yeah. Your academy still, is that managing to work through the Corona thing? Or?
Oh my God, we struggle like crazy. But as I say, we overcome obstacles. So for me, yeah, we manage. We try to find a way with the lockdown. We just come out of the lockdown 2. Lockdown 1 was pretty tough on us. Like literally, I don't know how, honestly, it's tough because we need to leave. And lockdown 2 was crazy. We still have to, business-wise, I have to work a lot to find a way to land on our feet. Yeah. But we're still there. We're still fighting. We're still there. There's still a big demand for what I do. Children love it.
Oh, how can you not love it? It's brilliant. Just it looks cool for one thing, and then doing it, I can imagine. I think I'm past my prime, but it just would be brilliant to do. So, well, I shall wrap it up now because otherwise I'll take up too much of your time. Thank you very much, Sebastien, and superb film, superb part, and I look forward to many more things, many more interviews with you talking about your next roles. So, thank you very much.
Okay. My pleasure.
And yeah, superb T-shirt. You should tell them to get them selling it. There's much merchandise.
Yeah, it's Peter Pedrero. This is I think they made it, but maybe James also can do something about it.
It could be an ideal Christmas present. Okay then. Well, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Have a good Christmas as well.
Oh yeah, thank you. You too.
Thank you. Okay then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Social Podcast Network.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.